Hey, how's it going? KB here. Thank you so much for listening to That Thing. If you haven't yet, our newest single is available on all streaming platforms, so go take a listen and share it with your friends. This is a counterpart project that I've been working on for a while, and I think this is the best that it could possibly be. So I would like to present to you That Thing. But first, Emily Bird once said, "You don't have to do anything. Your presence alone brings me joy. My best friend, lover, and companion. The sun on my rainy days, the anchor in my storms. You don't know how strong you make me." For the people out there, can you state your names, please?
Hi, I'm Hayle.
And my name's Rob.
Hi, my name's Nichole.
My name is Caeden. I'm Scott.
I'm Meghan.
I'm Jack Belsom.
And I'm Caroline Belsom.
I'm Pete Pederson.
Addie Pederson.
How long have you been together?
We've been together a little over 2.5 years.
We've been together almost 3 years now.
We've been dating each other for 12 years, married for 7.
20.
We've been married 20 years. We're in our 21st year.
We've been married 56 years.
How did you folks meet?
So we first met back in college. We were in the same major together, so I would see her in the halls, we'd see each other in clubs and stuff. And then one day, I finally gathered up the courage to ask her out. Asked her to come downtown with me to the bars.
But I was 20.
Yeah, so she couldn't come, obviously. But I persevered, asked her out the next day to come bowling, and she came. We had a great time. And we've been going strong ever since.
We met when I hired him to be my music director for a show I was directing at Cal Poly. And since then, it's kind of been history.
We met when Meghan would visit from Las Vegas. She would come into Starbucks where I worked with her sister and brother-in-law and became friends.
We worked together on a committee for a church at a state level.
In college.
And then, when the time came, I just started dating her, and the rest is history.
Yep. It was that simple.
What is the one thing that made you fall in love with your partner?
I think recognizing that I could be loved again.
The thing that made me fall in love with Caeden was his passion for music and his talent, as well as the ability that we have to work together and the connection that we have over the arts and our shared passions.
I fell for Scott when he really looked me in the eye. The thing about Scott is that when he really looks you in the eye, you have his full, undivided attention. And in that moment, he is incapable of giving you anything but his genuine self. And I fell in love with the genuine version of Scott that just kept coming through, not hiding or presenting any front, but just being himself. And I fell in love with that person.
The thing that made me fall in love with Nichole was seeing how talented she was at what she did and how much joy she brought to what she did in the littlest things. Just bringing that silliness and goofiness and just love for others everywhere she went was, I just knew from that moment.
I first fell in love with Bob when I would realize that he remembers and he does a lot of little things. And for me, all the little things make up big things. I feel like the little things that he has in his little brain, just that's the thing that he does that makes me love him.
I think for me, it was finding someone that it's like goes on the same vibrations as you. You know, they sort of understand where you're coming from when you're speaking, and they sort of know where you're going as you're telling them things. So it's kind of moving in sync most of the time. Yeah.
The one thing, there's no one thing.
Too many
She's beautiful, she's talented, she's fun.
She's just a pure being filled with love, and she gives it to everyone. People she knows, her family, people she loves, and even dogs. And it's like one of my favorite things. Whenever she sees a dog, she like squeals with joy. And it doesn't matter if it's the ugliest dog ever. It's a cute dog to her.
Yes.
So that thing she does is love, and I love her for it.
I can dial mine down to a single moment. Meghan and I in 2012 had just started dating. I mean, days into dating. And we were gonna meet up downtown. And I said, let's meet at Boo Boo Records. So she got there first. And when I walked in the door, I saw her sitting at the CD section listening to music on the headphones. And she had noticed me at first. So as I walked up, she saw me and she lit up. And then she got up and grabbed my face and gave me a huge kiss right in the middle of Boo Boo Records. And that was it for me.
Lastly, the floor is yours. So share anything that you would like to give to the world.
We both thought we were married to someone else when we met. So it took more than one meeting before we realized that that was not the case.
Any relationship advice?
Oh, heavens, no. Free advice is worth exactly what it costs.
Okay, here's a word of wisdom for the success of our marriage. Before we got married, we had an agreement that neither one can go to sleep until we settle our differences. So that was our number one rule. We never went to bed, harboring any negative thoughts or whatever. That was our number one rule.
Sometimes it was a long night.
Yeah. Some nights were long because we had our differences. So that was the number one rule. And of course, the rest of it is just the fact that we, what was I going to say?
Well, you have commitment.
And, that's right. There are three elements that we adhere to. So trust, love, and respect. And we live by those three words.
Yeah.
And the rest is history.
Day by day.
Yeah.
Well, I would say just be open to experiences and to people. As you never, we always think we know what we're looking for, but we really don't. But if we're open to experiencing different people in different ways, we sometimes surprise ourselves as to who really knocks our socks off. Yeah.